Let's see if this is working. Yes, we are finally live. I hope this is working for you guys because it kept buffering and buffering. Can you see me? Are we live? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me in the chat box. Hi, everyone that's watching on a replay. Thank you for joining me on another live on another Saturday. We've done quite a few of these now, so yes. Let me know if you can see me in the chat box. I don't know what's going on there. It was buffering for a couple of minutes. Let me just check here. That everything is working okay. Yeah, that should be fine. So, as it says in the headline, we are gonna be painting some flowers and some colorful summer pictures in today's live. We've been painting flowers and roses and whatnot in my art classes on Zoom this week as well. And today and the other days during this week, we've been going for walks in Battersea Park and just watching gorgeous flowers there as well. And yeah, outside is gorgeous at the moment. So I thought, why don't we use this inspiration and make some beautiful, colorful artworks out of all of this. Something to remember summer 2020 by, something a little bit more positive than everything that's going on in the world. So I hope that you got your papers ready, and I am gonna use Winsor & Newton water paint. Usually I use the acrylic ones, but today I will be using the water paints. These ones are well used, by the way. They're super messy, but never mind. Works just as well. I like these ones because they're very vibrant. Ignore the mess. The colors are super vibrant. So I like to paint flowers with this specific brand. We spoke about art materials in some other lives as well. And what was I gonna say? My mind is a little bit tired today. I'm trying to switch on. It's time to wake up. Yeah, what I said about art supplies was that I have a few links in the description box below this video. So if you want to know more about art supplies, either to use for yourself or for kids, I've got links to both of them in my description box below. And yeah, I was saying in another live as well that I don't believe in bargains when it comes to art supplies, even if it is for your kids, because it just makes the experience so much more fun when they get to use materials that actually give vibrant colors, the markers work and whatnot. So yeah, if you need supplies, check those links out. Anyways, this is something that we painted earlier this week, and I thought in this live that I'll talk through how to draw the base for flowers, just simple ones, and to make them still look quite realistic. The picture that you saw before you joined this live, that was a picture that I took of some roses outside today, and they were just gorgeous, and the whole place smelled so lovely. You could just stand there and smell flowers all day. And that is why I took that picture, because I knew we are gonna be painting roses today. Now we're gonna start with drawing the base. So to make a simple rose, I'm gonna turn that camera down a little bit so that you can see me better. There. Maybe I should turn it a bit more this way. Got another paper here as well. This is a mandala, and here's a super simple way to draw a flower. This one actually has 6 of these petals. Normally flowers have 5, but this one looks more in sync, so I wanted to put 6 of them. And then just loads of centangle patterns. But this one is not what we're making today. We are going to draw a rose on here. So how do we draw a rose? I'm going to show you this one. And we start from the center point. Start from the center point. I'll draw it up here. Can you see me clearly? I'll put it a little bit closer. Maybe I could put the light down as well. Like that. Okay. So we start from the center point and just make an oval shape like this. And then around this oval shape, you draw layers and layers, one after another. So I just put 1 and 2 and 3. Simple, right? And then again, I'm going to put another layer and I'm going to make it into an oval shape sidewise like this. So it will go not round. If you're making it round, it's more from above. But if you see the rose from the side, make it a bit like becoming this kind of an oval shape, making these type of layers. So around the center and around the center, like that. I'm gonna make another layer. And as I go around, I make the layers bigger and bigger. Like this. So now it's like the rose from the side. And then we're going to add this part. So now you're going from one side, you just make a U shape going down and up again. So here, going down, and we're going to meet it over there. So down and up again. And then because this petal over here is going straight down, that's why this line will come over here, where those ones separate. Like this. And then if you want to make it from above, you start again from the middle, and then you go around. Instead of making it oval, you make just a round shape. So I'll draw one of those down here as well. So a circle, and then we go around the center and around the center, like this. And depending on how big you want your rose to be, you decide when you stop making these layers. You see, it's just super simple shapes, but they all add up into a simple flower, and it looks quite pretty. If you want it to be more open, you obviously spread these a little bit wider. So this one, again, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. And as I go further out, I make the petals larger and larger. If this was an edited video, I would keep a reference photo of a real flower here in the corner so that you could see it. I was actually thinking of buying some sunflowers. They had it at the shop, but the ones that were left were not very nice, so I decided not to buy it in the end. But that would have been nice to draw some sunflowers. Anyways, here's one from above. I think I'm making couple of more of the big ones that spread out like that. If you're joining, I can see 3 people are watching right now. If you are here, please say hello in the chat box. And if you're watching on a replay, let me know if you're drawing or painting along or if you're just viewing. If you do paint along, I would love to see how yours turn out. So please do share on Instagram. Okay. So that is 2 ways of drawing a rose. Now I need to think about a color. I'm not sure which colors I would. So the ones that I made before, they were just blue. So I went from different shades of blue up to white to make the highlights. I think I'm gonna make one bud as well. So to make a bud, this is even more simple. You simply make an oval shape going up a bit like a flame and just soft in the end, so no sharp edges, just up like that. And then you draw the green parts, the leaves that go up on the side, like that. So that will be the bud and the green parts. Hey Simone, how are you today? Are the kids busy outside? I think it's sunny where you are, isn't it? So the kids might be out playing. Yes, I was thinking as well. Mental health mommy. Hey, thank you for joining. How are you doing today? I am I'm redrawing these roses that I made in another class. We've been drawing a lot of roses and flowers and summery things in my art classes this week. So I thought I'll do that with you guys today as well. So, super simple. Simone is saying, I am good, thank you. How are you? Loved your live. Jessica, do you know what? I saw that you were live yesterday, and just as I clicked on, it wasn't on anymore. That's why I said hi in the comment section. I just about missed your live. Do you have a schedule for your lives, or is it just random lives? Because I would love to catch you one time and get to know you a little bit better. I haven't been following your channel very long, so I would love to meet you on a live sometime. Let me show you my face as well, since you just joined now. Hi, thank you for being here. Jessica, where did you say that you are based? You're in England, right? I think. Okay, I need to decide what colors I want to put on these roses. I'm gonna make some leaves here on the side as well. I'll make a big one here in the corner to kind of fill in this space. Simone, how did it go with the Play-Doh? I know that you said that that neighbor was playing around with it quite a lot. Did you get it out of the carpet in the end? Was it dried stuck to it, or how did that end? I never remember to ask you. You are in Florida, Jessica. That is lovely. I was in Florida earlier this year in February, just before lockdown. Do you know, I just about, if I had my ticket like 2 weeks later or even 1 week later, I wouldn't have been able to go because it was just before lockdown happened. So I remember when I flew over to Miami, they asked me at the airport if I've been traveling to China, and only China by that point. That was where we were at with the whole pandemic situation. So because I didn't travel to China, I was okay to fly to Miami. But imagine, that was a crazy time to travel. Yeah, it was a close call. Jessica is saying, I don't have a schedule for lives. That was actually my first official live. I just had some extra time and wanted to check in with everyone. I love that. I do that quite a lot as well. So I've done 2 lives earlier this week. My brain is so tired. I can't find words today. Please be patient with me. But yeah, I did 2 random lives this week when we painted this picture in one of them. And then, sorry about the strong light now, it's blinding you. Yeah, we painted this in one of the lives, and then what did we do in the other one? Can't even remember now. But anyways, that I need to keep an eye on when you're on. And if you ever schedule one, do let me know so I can come and meet you. Simone is saying, I can't wait for you to do another one, Jessica. I might do one Wednesday and a Streamlab one so others can come on. Streamlab, I need to look into that because that would be so fun, Simone. And that would be like, it's almost like a Zoom call, but it's live so anyone can watch it. So that sounds fun. Do you know how it works? I want to look that up as well. Is that like an add-on for YouTube or do you add it to your laptop? How does it work? Jessica saying, that would be great, Simone. I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you, Charlotta. I would love to have you. Streamlab looks awesome. I haven't tried it yet. I need to try that. Sounds very fancy. Trying to decide what colors I will put on my roses down here. I think I'll try, maybe I should just do red ones since these are blue. I don't know if you can see it that clearly because if I put the light there, it blinds it. Maybe now, like that. Yeah, that's fine. Simone is saying, yes, it is. I saw it and it looks easy. It's a website. Okay, so it's a website that connects to your YouTube Live. Wow, so I haven't even seen anyone use it, you know. It's the first time that I hear about it is now from you. Super exciting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna erase the lines a little bit so that it doesn't shine through the paints. Just press quite hard so it would show on camera, but I don't want it to be too dark. Simone, I know that your kids like picking plants and then painting them and picking leaves and painting them. So I don't know if you have any rose bushes or anything like that around, but that could be quite fun for your homeschooling to paint flowers and just finding out the real name for them. And some of them are edible. Why can I hear a phone calling, but I can't see any calls? That's random. Yeah, that could be quite fun for your kids to try out. I know you do a lot of those kind of things. Maybe you've done that already. So these are just normal, basic roses. And Jessica, we're also talking, I know that you know Zesty girl Michelle. She said that she was surprised that so many of her YouTube friends know you, because she didn't know that we were all connected. I think I found you on, was it on Jay's live maybe? She mentioned that you were one of her first connections on YouTube when she started. I think it was you, right? If I didn't misunderstand. So, Simone is saying, Simone is saying, Kenyatta uses it, and Jessica is saying, I can see it pretty well, I think, Charlotta. Are you using watercolors or gouache? These are Winsor & Newton water paints. Are you into painting, Jessica? I really need to get to know you better, you know. Since you know a lot of people that I know on YouTube, that's usually a good sign. So I need to check out some more of your stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm first coloring in the outside of the roses and the lines, and then I will blend it in with water. So if you see these ones over here, I started off with making the lines and then I spread it with water. Now the thing with water paint is that it dries quite quickly, so if I chat too much, it will be too dry to spread. So if I don't see the chat all the time, please bear with me. So I'll spread it a little bit and then I'll make darker shades again with a new layer. So I have been painting a lot lately, and I want to start focusing a little bit more on my own artwork now as well. I think that's something positive with lockdown is I've had time to paint a little bit more. And yeah, I started a new Instagram that's only for my artworks. So now I have 3 Instagram pages. Can you believe that? I have one private one, then I have one for London Art Nanny for my art classes, and now I have one for my artworks, my private artworks. So that one is under Charlotta, Sophia, Art. And I posted those paintings there as well. Let me see. I'm into painting, Charlotta. I like oils. Okay, nice. Do you have some videos about that as well? I was sharing this before. I normally use acrylic paints, but now since I'm painting in my artist book, my sketchbook, so those paintings are with acrylic paints, but today in this art book, I'm just using water paints now. I like painting flowers with water paints because the color spreads so nicely. Simone is saying, yes, I think it would be fab. I went to Kenyatta's one and it was fun, and some of her subscribers said they would subscribe. Okay. Jessica, Simone is saying, thanks so much, Jessica. Feeling a lot better today. I said before I was on your live having a bath, cup of tea, and cheesecake. That self-care helped fill my cup and listening to you chatting. Bless you, Simone. You had your piece of cheesecake. You had a chocolate one, didn't you? We just had cheesecake with coffee as well. I think most people love cheesecake. I haven't heard anyone that don't like cheesecake. Jessica saying, oh, that would be great to do that, Simone. Kenyatta subs would love your channel, I'm sure. Yeah, you have quite similar channels, even though your characters are completely different. You're both running like lifestyle, family life kind of vlogs. So I'm sure that there will be crossovers there for your subscribers. Simone took off. Maybe the kids needed her for a minute. Jessica saying, I'm so glad you are feeling better now. Sounds like you just needed some quality girl time. I like Winsor & Newton too. I also like Gamblit. Okay, I haven't tried that brand before. Is that an American brand or? I haven't made videos of my paintings because I have been having vision problems with the pregnancy. Oh dear. Jessica, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't actually know that pregnancy can affect your sight, but I hope that clears up for you. You're quite close to your due date, aren't you? When's your due date again? I hope that it clears once baby arrives. Yes, Jessica, I think just having a bit of TLC helped. Isn't it amazing just having a bath and some time to yourself, how that sorts a lot of problems, just looking after yourself. It's crazy. I wanted to try and get Micah to nap, but now he's out. Oh, bless Micah is in such a cute stage as well. But I hope does he manage without a nap throughout the day, or does he normally sleep during the day? Maybe you'll have an early evening instead then. Jessica saying, I didn't either. My due date was 2 days ago. Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. Super exciting. Are you going to vlog it as well? I saw on Simone's channel that she vlogged her whole birth story and all of that, and it was so fascinating to see. Bless you, Simone. I love those really real videos that you made. Jessica saying, my toddler becomes a primitive meltdown machine without a nap. I can imagine. I can imagine. I worked with a lot. I don't have my own kids yet, but I worked with a lot of kids. I was working as a nanny when I moved to London first. And the kids, if they didn't sleep properly, if they didn't have a nap in the afternoons, oh my goodness, very, very challenging, isn't it? When they don't sleep. I also worked a lot with newborn babies and mom's help, and I did night nursing as well. And just first-time mom's advice, that sort of thing, here in London. So I'm a licensed nurse for children and youth, and then I worked and I did some internships at the hospital as well with prematurely born babies and whatnot. So yeah. Now I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you should be able to see that quite nicely. I'm adding layers and layers of paint. But Jessica, I hope that you at some point, I bet you're gonna be busy with your baby now. At some point when your journey allows it, I would love to see some art videos on your channel as well. I just love watching people paint and seeing what they create. And it's fun to see how we can learn from each other. So I try to, when I do these type of lives, like this one on Saturday, which is a scheduled one, I try to keep to what I'm doing, even though I love chatting with you guys as well. But for the people that watch on the replay, it gets a bit boring to watch if I'm just chatting. So I try to keep up with the chat as good as I can while getting on with the paintings. So with watercolors, what I really like is that you can add layers and layers. And the more layers, the more realistic it becomes. And it gives it a bit of shade. Gonna add some more water to this part over here. And this one as well. See if that still spreads a little bit. Let's see. Jessica is saying, oh, Charlotta, I could see you working with new moms and babies. I bet you were so good at it. They were lucky to have you. Thank you. Love the roses. Ryan is on a call and there are tractors in the field and the kids are in and out. So just keeping an eye on them as they climb the fences. Oh, okay. There's blood going on over at yours, Simone. Jessica is saying, yes, Charlotta, I love painting time lapses. That's it. I mean, when you do live paintings, it's quite long-winded if you're not painting along. If you have a paper and you paint along, then it's more interesting. But just watching a live painting might not be that interesting in the long run. But I do a lot of time lapses as well. What type of things do you normally paint? Simone is saying, you're so right, Jessica. Most of the time he falls asleep when to, and he won't lie down. Ryan is usually the one who can get him to nap. Okay. But I mean, he's in the, how old is he now? Is he 2, right? Did he turn 2? So let's see how much longer he needs his day nap. How long did Caleb and Neva continue their day naps? How old were they when they stopped napping? Jessica is saying, I like watching the live painting too because I like hearing about the process. Oh yeah, that's true. But you can still have the voiceover when you have the time lapses and speak about what you're doing and not only just watch the small little details. But yeah, this is how it looks at the moment. So now it's just layers and layers, and now I'm adding a bit more shadows to it. Simone is saying, Caleb and Neva dropped naps by 2 as well. Yeah. So maybe he's in this transition stage of becoming better at not napping. But it's just so tiring, isn't it, when they get too tired in the afternoons? It makes the evenings very long. Bath time and all of that when they're tired is not very fun. Jessica, I don't think it wasn't your first, right? How old was your other one? Okay, I'm gonna put some color on this one now. I keep dipping it in the water and I can't remember. When I'm chatting, I can't remember if I put color or not on the brush. So I kept taking color and dipping it in the water and taking color and dipping it again. We went for a long walk to Battersea Park earlier today. That's something that we do a couple of times a week because it's a beautiful walk by the river in London. And then, yeah, it's so peaceful, even though it's central London. And we saw a lot of beautiful flowers and roses. So now again, I'm just painting along the lines that I drew first. By the way, Jessica, since I'm from Finland and I'm Swedish speaking, Swedish mother tongue, and but Simone, who is actually English, do you find it difficult to understand her accent being American? She mentioned sometimes that her husband finds it sometimes difficult to understand her accent. I find it so beautiful and so authentic. Simone, did you say on Wednesday you might be on the live? Do you have a time for it? So this is the stage where you only have the lines. This is how it looks like. It doesn't look like a flower yet. But as you add layers and layers with more water, it blends in and makes quite a nice shade to it. Let's see. The colors are beautiful, Simone says. He only went to sleep at 11 p.m., so I stayed up to 2 to have some alone time. Oh, bless you, till 2 o'clock. I've been staying up so late this week as well. I don't know what's going on, because normally I'm in bed by 10. But now, because I've been painting and I've been so in the momentum that I haven't had patience to go to sleep in between, I stayed up much later. And I think that's why my brain is a little bit in a fog at the moment, because I'm not used to staying up late. And then today I woke up at 5 a.m. for no apparent reason. So I think my brain is a little bit tired today, but yeah. What time do you wake up, Simone, if you go to bed that late? Jessica saying, the completed portion on the right reminds me of tarot card with the stars. I do, wait, this one. Do you know what? Now that you mentioned tarot, are you into tarot card readings, Jessica? Because my next video coming up on Monday is a collaboration with someone who does private readings. And she did a reading for me, and it's crazy, the things that she brought up. And she did the reading to me while I was painting this moon painting. And I can't wait to show you the video as well, because it was a bit spooky again. Even painting this painting was a bit spooky, because the artist that I collaborated with, Joni Young, painted nearly the exact same painting, even though we didn't know what the other person was making. I have a collaboration video of that. I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but that was already spooky. So adding to that, this woman who did the reading while I was painting that one, and you'll see why it freaked me out a little bit when I saw it, because it's again very much connected. Jessica saying, I love Simone's accent. I don't find it difficult to understand. I love Simone's voice too. It's so cheerful. I know, and she's so chatty. She always has so much to talk about. Sometimes when I'm doing live, I think that's why I like doing artist kind of painting lives, because I'm not as chatty as Simone. So sometimes I just take breaks and I paint, and people like you guys are chatting. But yeah. Jessica saying, yes, I love tarot. Fascinated by it, but I don't have my own cards. This was the first time that I had a reading done ever in tarot card readings. Remind me of the movie Ghost. Do you remember it from the 90s? With Demi Moore, Whoopi Goldberg. So Whoopi Goldberg was this psychic. I think that's the first time I got in contact with the whole concept of tarot readings. I don't remember the cards though, but she was a psychic. And seek now, I'm typing in a bush. Yeah, you guys have so much fun. If anyone that's watching, I can see 4 people are watching. If you're not connected with Simone, you need to go and check out her channel. She does these super sweet vlogs with her family. She has a lot of like informative videos as well, but I really love the family vlog ones, playing hide and seek and whatnot. So again, I'm adding some shadows and highlights. I'm adding the shadow from the inside and spreading it out. And then I'll leave a little bit of white here and there. I think sometimes in paintings, it's nice to leave areas for the eyes to work out. That's something, as you can, I'm controlling how I paint quite a lot. Like there is not much to figure out here. The lines are very strong. It's not that smudged into each other like some artists do. And that is something that I want. Let go a little bit of the control in the colors and leave something for the eye to figure out. I'm not sure if something realistic getting blurred into something else with different colors, if that makes sense. So Jessica, you must be quite excited about it. You're a girl, is that a secret still, or are you sharing that? This is lovely. Shall I put some pink to this? I'm not super excited about that color. Maybe I can add some white to it. What will happen? Oh no, that doesn't look nice either. Let's put some red straight in here, mix it up. I'll add some more color to the middle. So this is a very simple way, 2 ways to paint a rose, either from above or from the side, like that one. And obviously you make them as big as you want or as opened up as you want. If you want it to be more open, you spread the petals a little bit more. There. One Mighty R, hey, thank you for joining. I loved your live yesterday. Although I must say, One Mighty R, some of your drawings might give me nightmares. They are very creepy. You know, he's drawing these monsters with like massive mouths and like sharp teeth sticking out and stuff like that. And the thing is, One Mighty R is very, very skilled at what he does. So they actually turn out a little bit scary. But I love your style, with all respect. Viro is here as well. Hey, thank you for joining. I was thinking if you're joining us today. We are painting roses and flowers in this little tutorial today. But actually, I don't think anyone is painting along as of now. Maybe someone will paint along during the replay. But this is what we're making today. I think Simone's kids are out running somewhere, and Viro, you don't usually paint along with what I do. So normally I post what other people do during the lives to my Instagram. But I think today there might not be a lot of participants, but thank you still for being here and supporting my channel. I really appreciate that. Oh no, my favorite green is running out. That's a shame. Viro is saying, just came home. Where have you been today? And are you able to, oh my goodness, my lamp is falling. Are you able to move around a little bit more, Viro, now? Have they opened up from the lockdown a bit more? Jessica is saying, sorry, Simone, I meant desperation that comes with motherhood. It's amazing, the desperation. Okay, that's some mommy chats going on over there. I'm gonna add some green to these flowers now. So what I did was, I painted this in a class earlier this week, and now I am slowly showing you guys how we made these, all of them, the buds, and these 2 roses from 2 different angles. And now I'm gonna add some leaves to it. This one I painted more with acrylic paints, and these ones with watercolors. And they're both Winsor & Newton paints. So now we are adding some green to this. One Mighty R, I was so impressed when I saw 100 people had been taking part of that class you made. Not class, but the live. That is very impressive. You're doing super well. And I'm so glad I was finally able to join that live. Because One Mighty R is in America, so we have the time difference. So it's usually been on a live when we are asleep over here, unless you are Simone, who stays up all night. I'm gonna add a different shade of green to add some shadows. Like that. Shadows and highlights. Viro posted a video where he painted bamboo walls. And I like the technique that you used, Viro, where you kind of scrape the paper first to make some ridges, and then you paint it on top of it. And it looked very cool, actually. The effect turned out quite cool afterwards. I like to mix it up a little bit with acrylics and then water paint sometimes. Now in the art classes, we've been also using coloring pencils. So just to keep it interesting. And I also like ink pens and markers. I got all of them over here as well. Markers and whatnot. Viro is saying, thanks for liking my video. Yes, of course. I've seen all of your videos, I think. I think I played through all of the archives. And I think there's something so fun with being friends with other artists on YouTube is can learn so much from each other and from other people's techniques, even if you don't make exactly the same pictures. So I love the little art community we got going over here. And a lot of you guys take part of Dina's challenges as well, and I met a lot of artists through her. So I'm very happy to have found her channel. Dina Tollefson, if any artists are watching, she does a lot of art challenges and she connects other artists to each other. Now, question, what do you think I should paint in the background? Because this one is now like a magical kind of ball. I don't know what this is. Its own little universe here in the middle. Shall I make this blue, keep it white? What shall I do about the background? Any ideas? You need your morning coffee. Oh my goodness, I need my 5th coffee. I'm not still awake. I don't know what's going on with my brain today, but I don't feel completely 100. My table is actually very messy. I hope you're not paying attention, at least not now that I mentioned. It's like, don't look at don't look at the yellow box, and everyone will be looking at the yellow box. But that's how it is when you paint a lot and you use your art studio for what it's made for. I have this space in our home where I always do my artworks. It's my art studio, and it has a lot of creative stuff going on everywhere. So it tends to get quite messy, but that's okay. That's why I have a separate space for it. So I'm mixing 2 different shades of green. And then I'm leaving some white from the paper to make a highlight. Like that. Jessica is saying if I'm talking about Lena. No, I'm talking about Dina with D. Dina Tollefson. And you're saying art studios are supposed to be messy. I know, right? But I've got so much going on here. So I mean, I tidy up at least once a day, but it's like when you start another project again, it gets messy, right? So it is what it is. It's just kind of, it's easier to get into the creative process when your surrounding is more inviting and calm and not too much going on. So it is something that I constantly work on, but you know, it is what it is. One Mighty R is saying, nice color blendings. Thank you. This one is maybe a little bit too harsh. I should blend that in a little bit more. Hi, Phoenix. Yes, this was with Dina Tollefson's art challenge, the Bluebird art challenge. So that's when I made the blue Phoenix. And I am gonna make a big, massive papier-mâché tree with leaves and stuff, and then I'm gonna hang all of the birds in there. I got another one somewhere around here. It's hiding somewhere, but it will come out eventually. So I'm gonna add those papier-mâché birds to the tree as well. I'm looking forward to making that one. I really like making lots of different like papier-mâché projects. I just visited Mental Health Mom channel to give you support. That's nice. Yeah, support each other. YouTube is tough enough as it is with all the rules and regulations and whatnot. So anyone who's doing a channel, a lot of my people here on this channel that come to the lives are usually very supportive and kind. So it is worth connecting with each other. Do support each other always. Yes, Viro, what do you think? Viro and One Mighty R, what do you think about the background? Black could even be quite nice, but that will be so much work covering it all in black. I need to find something fun for the background. I don't even know what that is, One Mighty R. Is that like whirly twirlies? I have to look that up. I have no idea what that is. Simone, did I still have you as yes, you are in blue. I'm just double checking because sometimes when I do these paintings, I don't always look at the chats, and sometimes there have been some nasty people. You know, those little internet trolls, as we call them. And then when I look up at the chat, I'm like, well, I didn't see that, so I didn't delete it. Sorry, guys. I do try to keep an eye on the chat as much as possible. Today I'm not doing that deep of a painting. It's just plain roses, and it's quite simple, so it's more easy to look at the chat as well. But yeah, just double checking if Simone is in blue still. What about light blue background? Yeah, light blue could work. These ones are blue still, though. You mean like more like that type of blue? I use so much blue. I'm trying to save on my blue. Simone is saying, I'm leaving you to play on charge as my battery is going. If Jessica is staying on, you could make her a moderator. I could, if you are okay with that. Jessica, are you gonna stay on? Or what are you up to? I will be on for a while longer, so let's see. How does it look with blue? It could be looking quite nice in blue. No, Simone, not today. It was in another live. No, don't worry. You're all right, Simone, don't worry. Could look quite nice with blue and then adding some more stars to it, actually. Hi, Victor, thank you for joining. Are you joining from Bulgaria today? Are you still over in your home country? Yes, I'm liking this, One Mighty R, and you are a genius. Blue is the color that we're using on this background. Yes. This is my first collaboration with One Mighty R. Light blue is perfect for the background. Yes, maybe blend it with some yellow. Okay, let's see. Let's start with this. I really like this blue as well. I like the shade of this blue. I want to find this shade in acrylic paints because this will be perfect for painting waves. But I prefer painting waves in acrylic rather than watercolors. I find watercolors a little bit annoying because they dry so fast. I guess if you make the paper wet first when you're painting backgrounds, it's easier to keep it wet so until it's blended enough. Otherwise you get these ridges and I'm not too fond of that. I quite like that, yes. Maybe some clouds or stuff like that. Clouds or stars is the question. As you can see in the paintings behind me, clouds and stars are some of the favorite things that I like to paint. One Mighty R, are you friends with Catherine Christina here on YouTube? Clouds and stars, says Jessica. Victor is saying, yep, in Bulgaria for 1 more month. Wow, you're staying long. So do you live in both England and Bulgaria? Yes, blended with some yellow. I would love to stay on, Charlotta, but I'm missing part of the chat too because I've been running back and forth to the bathroom. Super. Oh, bless you. Yeah, don't worry at all. I know you're in the end of your pregnancy, so you got enough in your hands. Don't worry at all. Don't worry, don't worry. You look after yourself today, yeah? Catherine, yeah. So One Mighty R, I'm doing I don't know if you were here earlier when I spoke about it, that Catherine Christina did a private reading to me. So we are doing a collaboration and that video is out on Monday. I've been friends with her on here for quite a while now, all the time since she used to do those abstract painting videos. So we've been chatting on Instagram quite often. And then she just said that she would love to do a reading for me. So she sent one over. And because of a few spooky things in that reading, it was the first time I ever had a reading. And then we decided to share it as a collaboration because it was quite interesting. So that is coming up on Monday. Do check it out. Okay, that's how it's looking now with the blue. Quite nice, actually. And I'm gonna leave it like that so it's a bit darker in places because it makes it a little bit more interesting. I'll add some here as well, making the page wet first to get a nicer blend and so that it doesn't dry too quickly. I was thinking to do like some sort of mandala patterns around this circle, but I think it's nicer to paint it all since I added more roses now. So when you make the paper wet, it is much easier to spread the colors around. Unless you want like sharp edges, obviously. Like here, I didn't put any water. But on the background now, as I want it to spread out quite nicely and evenly, I'm adding some water first. You said to mix it with yellow. Let's see. One Mighty R. If I put One Mighty R, do you mind me asking what's your real name? Mental Health Mom is Jessica. Varawiri is Vairo. One Mighty R. I always call you One Mighty R, but it's probably not your real name. I went from London Art Nanny to my real name, Charlotta. And now I would love to call you by your real name if you don't mind. I don't know if that's public or if you're rather stay anonymous. Let's see, I'm blending in a little bit of yellow down here. It's looking a bit like fire, which is another thing that I want to practice to paint. Fire and flames, like candle flames, and that is something that I'm definitely going to work on. And once I feel confident enough with that skill, I'll be sure to add some of that on here as well. But flames is more or less like, it's a little bit like waves and clouds. It's abstract. And it's just the colors that make it look like fire. So I will be practicing that at some point next week. So that's how it looks like with the yellow. I think I'm gonna add more blue to this actually. Yes, they are. I like oracle cards too. Yes, oracle cards are gorgeous. And also those angel protection cards. I don't remember the real names of them, but they are also oracle cards. The blue is stunning. I love the different shades. Thank you. The yellow was a nice idea. I can't pronounce your real name, Byro. Resny? Resny? Sorry. Here's a tricky question. I'm going to give you a picture on this frame. It's backwards now. Do you know? Let's see who guesses the first, who gets it right first. Who is this person on this frame? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I put this up in a live a couple of days ago, and the people that were on did not know who this is. Do you guys know who this is? I'll put it down. Let's see if anyone says anything. Such a famous guy, and no one knew who he was. I was surprised. It's one of my big inspirations because of his weirdness. Okay, I need to let this dry for a bit. Maybe I'll add some blue up here. Viro is saying, I painted Micah and Simone. Yes, he did, and he painted me as well, and he made a super job at it. You're very talented, Viro. I saw straight away that it was both me and Simone and Micah. I'm adding a little bit more of that blue because I quite like how it looks. Leave it a bit lighter on this side because I like this effect over here. Picasso! There you go. Jessica, you knew it. Can you believe that Simone didn't know who it was? She asked if it's my dad. And I said, well, it looks a little bit like my dad, to be honest, to be fair. Viro, have you been able to visit your dad? I know he lives on a separate island from where you are. Yes, it was a very sweet picture he made out of Simone. She loved it and she shared it on her channel as well. So I think the next step for this little painting is to, what happens if I add some darker blue to here? It's a different shade of blue. Oh, that's quite a nice blend actually. I don't mind, I don't mind. Like that. And I'm going to keep it lighter on this side. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to make some stars. Viro, can I ask you how many view hours did you get from your live yesterday with 100 viewers? Oh my goodness. You are killing it. So let's see if I can get some out of this massive white. This is just acrylics now. Because watercolor white does not show at all. I always take too much because this one is so big. Anyways, first I'm going to make a blended out white and make a little circle. And then once that circle has dried, I'll paint a star on top of it. And these ones are okay to blend in a little bit with the blue in the background. Just make it light blue. It's a nice effect to a star to make it look like it's shining. So afterwards, you add the star on top of it like that. What was I asking again? I did ask you something. Now I don't remember what it was. My mind is not really awake today. I did ask you something. What did I ask you? Yeah, how many view hours? Do you mind me asking how many view hours you got from yesterday's live? It was busy, that one. I was telling, Viro was asking earlier today how he could gain some more view hours, and I told him to do lives because it's a nice way to connect with your audience, with your viewers, but it also gets you view hours, so it's worth it. Okay, I'm making these circles now, and then I'm gonna add white, and this one is not mixed up at all, so I'm just drying my brush, and then I'm taking thick white, and this one won't go any higher. I just don't want any paint on this jumper. And then I'll add a star, and I'll just make a straight cross through this circle. It is still a little bit wet. I should wait a bit longer, but I don't really have patience for that today. So I'll make a straight cross like that. And then I'll add a little bit smaller ones on the sides. 37.5. That is pretty impressive. I think was it nearly 2 hours long? It was quite a long one as well. So Viro, you see, you get quite a lot of time if you just allow your viewers to visit you in real time. I think it's quite nice to do lives. I think it's nice to watch lives as well and take part of others, but it's also nice to invite you guys into my art studio because it shows you a little bit more of that creator. When it's not edited, it's not filtered, it's just the real person speaking to you. So I think it's quite nice. There's the star. 1 hour, 40 minutes. I was gonna stream longer, but my battery started dying. Oh, that's a shame. Next time, try to maybe keep it plugged in, unless you have a mic. Was it on your phone or on your laptop? It's really annoying when those things happen. When you either run out of storage when you're filming, or when you're running out of battery when you're running a live. So annoying. Viral lives are fun. I'm sure you would be great. I haven't seen the portrait, Simone, but we'll look for it. Simone is saying, just read through the comments. Did you see the portrait of me and Mike? I was so surprised. We love it. I lack confidence to do lives. We were speaking about confidence with David, my partner, before. And we're speaking about that some people seem to think that when you say you lack confidence, that is how it would always be, like it's your character. But if it's something that you really want to do, don't let that stop you from doing lives, because building confidence is something that we can practice with time. And just you can practice on, for example, Instagram or Facebook, just with your friends going live until you feel comfortable talking. It's after a while it just feels normal. It's like I'm just talking to you guys anyway. It's you get used to it. And I think if you feel like you lack confidence today, then maybe you could do a few things throughout the next couple of weeks, to make you feel a little bit more confident in front of the camera and speaking live to people. And eventually you'll be able to do it, because you'll benefit so much out of it. Both you and your audience would benefit from it. So I would definitely say, don't let confidence stop you from the things that you want to do in life. Whatever it is. It doesn't have to be about YouTube, but anything in life. You can always build confidence, I believe. Jessica is saying, I need to go, really not feeling well and super crampy, but I'm so glad. Oh, Jessica, good luck with everything. I'm going to catch up on your videos and I'm going to follow how things go with you. Fingers crossed, and I hope everything goes well with the birth and the new baby and everything. I'm so excited for you, and thank you for joining us today, Jessica. Viro is saying, it was a fast drawing, not meant to be realistic drawing, just decorative. Thanks for your suggestion, Charlotta. Oh, Jessica, I hope this is a sign your baby girl is coming. That is so super exciting. Much love to you, Jessica. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We are cheering on you from far and looking forward to seeing how everything goes. Now I lost my thought again. See, I woke up way too early today. I woke up at 5 o'clock and my brain is not switched on. I think I need another coffee. Just like one Mighty R said, he needs his morning coffee to get started. One Mighty R is saying phone, gotta get a longer cord. Okay, yeah. You'll do that though, and then it won't stop you in the future when you have so many people on. It must be frustrating when you see so many people on and then, oh, you're running out of battery. Jessica is saying, so true about confidence, Charlotta. Thank you also, Simone. Yes, it's a hopeful sign. Fingers crossed for you, Jessica. Okay, I'm going to add some more stars to this painting. It's going to be another a bit spacey, kind of cosmic, flowery. I don't know what to call it. What would you call this painting? What is it really? I'll add one on this circle over here. Now that one has dried a little bit, which is good. Taking some thick white. You know what I find a bit strange with this lockdown easing? This is a completely different topic, but I was thinking about it because random how the brain works, right? I was thinking about that I'm getting hot, and if I take this jumper off, I'm wearing my gym top underneath, and it has my gym's logo on it, and I don't want to promote them on my channel. So I was like, oh, okay, never mind. But yeah, that brought my thoughts to the lockdown. And I find it super strange that here in the UK, they reopened bars and restaurants but they're keeping the gyms closed. Like, why? Gyms are the ones that will keep us strong and keep us healthy and well, whilst bars, like people go there to get drunk and whatnot. It doesn't make sense at all, does it, to keep gyms shut but open up bars? Like, why? I really, really, really miss going to the gym, and I'm sure that there could be ways to make that work, like have limited amount of people going, have some social distancing. I'm sure there could be. If you can open a restaurant and a bar where people are getting drunk, surely you can open a gym too. It's not on. See, I was saying to some friends of mine, if I was Boris Johnson, I would be sure to open the gyms. Boris, if you're watching, open the gyms, okay? I need to get to the gym soon because I'm getting a little bit tired of exercising just outdoors. Not tired, but I just like mixing it up with gyms. I hope we can go to the gym soon. I'm adding some small stars now here in the background. Now I got so much white that I feel I want to use it up. So I'm just gonna keep adding stuff. Maybe add some more white to this star. There, I'm adding some more white here. Same here, they opened the wrong facilities. Isn't that strange? I mean, alcohol you can drink at home, right? I know it's for the social aspects and whatnot, people want to have fun. But when people get a little bit tipsy from that alcohol, we all know that no one is going to be social distancing. And when you go to the gym, at least you're building upon your immune system. You're getting a stronger body to fight all of this kind of sicknesses. Everyone knows that exercising is what's keeping us well. So what the heck? Let us exercise. I haven't really heard any kind of reasonable reason why they don't open the gyms. Like, they say it's for our own protection, but I think something is a little bit off. Feels like they're not really sharing everything with us. But maybe I shouldn't go into any conspiracy theories. Maybe I shouldn't go into any conspiracy theories on my lives because I don't want to be banned. My partner is in the other room. I think he's doing some work for his stuff. He started running his own, well, he has his own YouTube channel, but he's doing a lot of work online now for online content for his business. I will actually see if he would want to do some collaborations on this channel as well, because he has a lot of cool stuff that he could be sharing to you guys as well on this channel. So let's see if he wants to visit us at some point. I'm adding white to this bowl thing, whatever this is, because I had so much spare. Viro is asking, here gyms are open, school still closed. I hope the Queen would like to open the gym in London, right? Open the gyms. I'm gonna go and like shake the doors, like, let me exercise. Fight for your right to exercise. I added some white to this part now. See, that's why it's wet. Why did I take so much white though? I hate wasting paint. So now I'm just gonna find ways to use this up. Maybe not all on this painting, but afterwards I'll add it to other paintings as well. Just because I don't want to waste it. But I shouldn't put too much on this either. Maybe I could make some clouds down here. That could look quite nice actually. Why not? Can you see this? 10 likes, yay! Thank you guys for liking the video. That makes me feel happy. Keeps me motivated to keep going on and do silly things on my channel. Thank you guys for all the support. Really appreciate all of you guys. She said and painted a terrible cloud. This is not looking great. I need a different brush, but now I have white paint in this one. Don't worry, guys, don't worry. I'll fix this. I want to use this brush with a little bit of blue, blend it in. Light shade of blue for some shadings to the cloud. Adding the white. Why don't we add some more darker blue down here? This brush, I don't like you either. I'm gonna take this one. Yes, this brush is ideal for cloud painting. Finally, I found you. Adding some more white, some more blue, blending it in, and making it into a fluffy cloud. Clouds are something you can paint for hours and hours. But don't worry, I won't do this forever. There. And the thing is with these colors, they dry so quickly that if this was oil, you wouldn't need to rush it, but with acrylics, you do need to be quite quick. So it doesn't dry before you blend it at all. Hence, I went a bit quiet. Got to make coffee. Okay, grab yourself a coffee. One Monteur is saying, yes, I fully transitioned to working from home. I'll never clock in at job ever again. Awesome, I love that. It's good that you found a way. And you are doing a lot of like commission work, aren't you? Which is super fun that you are working with people who wants to do stuff with your talents and you can collaborate with them and build something super awesome with their ideas and your skills. That doesn't look that great, you know. I don't know what happened to my cloud painting skills today. They're not looking great. Maybe I'll just leave a little bit of fluff like that. I feel I have days. I have better painting days and worse painting days. Some days nothing turns the way I want. Other days I could paint all night because everything goes the way I wanted. But that's okay. The days it doesn't work out, at least I'm learning in the process. So that's something that I tell the kids that do art with me as well. That if it doesn't work out straight away, keep working on it or start over. Try not to get too frustrated, even if it doesn't work out exactly the way you wanted it. It's okay. It's okay-ish. Not perfect, but hey, what's perfection? Yeah, the thing is, you can always add new layers. No harm done. I think I'm gonna add some dark blue to this part over here to get a bigger contrast down here between the cloud and the background. Bigger brush, maybe. Blend it out. Now it's too much water. I actually got those new water brushes that I haven't painted with yet. Where are they? These ones. These are actually pretty cool because you can put wait. You can put the water inside of here. Then you just squeeze it out with this one. So those are pretty cool, but they haven't joined the other brushes and been in use yet. I think I'll do a video about them at some point because it was a collaboration with a company that sent them to me, so I should do a proper video about them. If you've seen the die cut videos, it's the same company that sent these brushes. Okie dokes. Kids Drawing Book. How are you all, friends? Thank you for joining us. I am so happy to see you are here with us today. How are you doing? Me personally, I'm a little bit, I'm having a little bit of brain fog because I woke up at 5 o'clock for no apparent reason, but because I always stick to what I promise people, I said I'm going to be live at 2 today, so I am still here. Never mind the eye bags. I'm working on this page and we're painting some flowers and roses. And yes, stars, clouds. I wasn't super happy with the clouds, so I'm still working on them. How are you doing today, Kids Drawing Book? What are you up to? Anything fun coming up on your Saturday? I'm gonna add some more white fluff to these. And another layer down here, maybe. I really want to practice being a little bit more free in my paintings. Maybe I should do some abstract art just to get over it at some point. Some splash art, maybe, or pouring. Pouring techniques look fun, actually. It just takes so much paint, doesn't it? I just seen these acrylic pour paintings and they just pour like buckets of paint. Viro is saying we are all okay. As okay as can be on a day like today, right? Do you guys have any fun plans for the weekend, or is it mainly stay at home watching films type of thing? I think that's what we're gonna do. Have some wine, watch a film. Something like that. One Mighty R, my partner David said that you have such a cool accent. He's like, who is that dude? He's got one of those cool accents. So David has more of a British accent, but not the prim and proper ones. More of the more relaxed English accents. And you have this cool American accent. I think accents are fun. It tells a story. Okay, I think I'm gonna let my clouds look like that for this time. I'm at the stage of the day where I'm not sure if my TR is laughing, saying thanks. I'm chilling all weekend, nothing special. I think that's quite a special plan. I like chilling and doing nothing special, drawing and painting and hanging out. Shall I add some more blue here, maybe? Or some clouds to fill up the picture? I won't stay on here much longer. Don't worry, guys, and if you need to go, don't worry about that either. Do your thing. I'm just gonna add a little bit more details to this page before I call it finished. So, I quite like the spread of the watercolor here and how it looks like after it dried. It doesn't show us. I'm gonna switch that light off actually, because now you'll see it more clearly. The spread over here is quite nice and I don't want to make it too. So this is what I mean about like not as controlled. Like these clouds are now very controlled in the line. And with these watercolors, it's more like a natural flow in it. And that's what I really, really like. Thank you, Viro. So yeah, I'm still gonna add a little bit of white to it. Maybe I'll just blend it in with some water and make it float a little bit more freely than the other one. Something that I'm practicing. To make a bit of a stronger contrast, I'm adding blue here. I'll let these go up a bit like steams. Sorry, I do go a bit quiet sometimes when I paint. It's so meditative, it's so relaxing to paint, isn't it? Especially when you take no pressure on creating anything specific, you're just enjoying painting. Does any of you guys do you have any tutorials of how to paint flames? I'd like to check out some fire paintings, just because it fascinates me how flames move. So Viro, you see what you could do is, if you do painting lives, you don't have to talk, you can just do your painting. Maybe play some background music, if that will make you more comfortable. Crystal James has tutorials. Okay, I'll check him or her. Crystal might be a woman, probably. I'll check her out. Crystal Jones, I have to keep a mind note of that. Okay, now I'm starting to control the lines a little bit more again, though I was just meant to blend it in a bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it more or less like this, you know. Fun little page in my picture. Charlotta, my friend, your painting is so pretty. Thank you so much, guys. You are all so kind. So kind, and I appreciate you guys coming on here. I know that normally on my Saturday lives, we do a lot of things together with the other families that join on and take part of the session. But I think today was a different day. I didn't really promote it on YouTube, on Facebook, on the groups that I normally send it to. So a little bit of a different Saturday today. But thank you guys for coming still and taking part of this little art session. I told my artist friends that you are very, very good artists. Keep it up, friends. I will always be with you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Kids Drawing Books. I can see people coming on now as well, but we're just coming to an end of this session. If you want, you can always pop it on a replay if you just joined the live. But other than that, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend ahead. And I will probably go live a couple of times during the week. Next week, Saturday, is 2 p.m. again, as always. And then I got a video coming out with Catherine Christina on Monday. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. Thank you for being with me today and have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. You know, my laptop has been so slow. Okay, now it's going. See you. Bye. Look at my messy fingers. Ooh.